This week, Representative Darrell Issa, chair of the Government Reform and Oversight Committee, started the process of holding Eric Holder in contempt of Congress, calling his actions inexcusable. Indiana Congressman Dan Burton, former chair of the Government Reform and Oversight Committee and now a member, joins us. Thank you so much for being with us, Congressman.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. Why hold the Attorney General in contempt?
Well, the Fast and Furious operation, which most people in this country would deem illegal, where we were allowing weapons like AK-47s to go across the border unimpeded to drug cartel members in Mexico. We wanted to get all the facts from that operation. And Darrell Issa asked the Attorney General for the facts after Brian Terry, one of our border agents, was killed with one of those weapons. And the Attorney General and the Justice Department balked and didn't give us the information. At first they said that it was false, that there was no operation like Fast and Furious. And then 10 months later, they admitted that they were in error. And so Issa, doing his job as chairman, said he wanted documents pertaining to this whole operation. He couldn't get it from the Justice Department. And finally he subpoenaed them, and the Attorney General would not give them to us. And finally he did give us 10 of 22 items that we wanted, and part of those 10 weren't even completed. And so Issa said they're not cooperating with our committee in doing our job, and so he said he was going to attempt to move a citation against the Attorney General.
Well, you know, Congressman, at some point I heard numbers that the Attorney General's office had given about 5,000 or 6,000 out of a requested 60,000. I mean, some ridiculous, proportional number. Is that accurate?
Well, that's traditional. See, I dealt with the Attorney General when he was Deputy Attorney General, and one of the ploys that's made by administrations and Justice Departments and other agencies is you ask for documents, and they'll give you a number of documents less than what you need, and then they'll say, well, we gave you 3,000 and you wanted 12,000. We're at least moving in the right direction. But the whole purpose is to delay until it's out of focus by the American public.
Well, Congressman, what do you say to those people who say that this is about election year politics as opposed to about the fact that, this is about a search for the truth?
Well, it's unfortunate it's happening during an election year, but the fact of the matter is we had a Border Patrol agent killed, murdered with one of these AK-47s. Thousands of people have been killed in Mexico, we believe, with many of these weapons. The ATF and the Justice Department knew these weapons were going across the border. We allowed them to be sold to the cartel members. We were supposed to be tracking them, they said, which is a crazy thing to be doing in the first place. And then the Justice Department denied it and said that it didn't happen, and then 10 months later they said it did. And so there's a lying that's going on over in the Justice Department. We've had 2 ATF agents come and testify. They've both been threatened. In fact, one of them downloaded $8 worth of material on his government phone, and they put him under watch now and are investigating him for that $8 download into his phone.
Well,
so they're doing everything they can to stop the investigation.
Of course, the claim is retaliation against those whistleblowers, but we're going to stay with this. Representative Burton, thank you so much for being with us this evening.
Thank you very much.